Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about 3 ways that you can get reconnected to your journey and your vision so you can show up more consistently. Now, let me tell you, before I get started, it is very, very normal for you to get despondent, unmotivated. You feel like tired and it's not working out. So I just want to hold space for you to say that if you're feeling this way at the moment, you are human. Congratulations. Okay. Hi, and welcome again to another episode of The Consistency Queen. My name is Elsa Morgan. I'm a wife, I'm a mum, and I'm also a high performance business coach. I own a global international coaching business, helping high performing women to be able to increase their income, expand their message and their impact from vision to brand. I absolutely love what I do. I've helped thousands and thousands of women through my proprietary 3-step system. And now we are on a mission to serve those women who really want to create a life on their terms and be able to build a business and life around travel and experience, which is what I've been doing in the last 3 weeks. Today we head home. Children are going back to school, but in the last 3 weeks, we've been traveling and taking our children everywhere, teaching them about life and culture and community and contribution. How does that all sound to you? Because honestly, once upon a time, this was on my vision board. And if you're watching me at home, you probably have some aspirations, some goals that you've been thinking about, not quite sure how to get started, because that was me once upon a time. And once upon a time, I thought to myself that this was not available to me. But once I got good with showing up every day and doing the things that I needed to do consistently, my life changed, which is why I preach consistency. I preach about doing the things that you must do every single day in business and in life on a consistent basis, because ultimately that is the secret sauce to achieving your goals, is doing them every day, embodying them, and they become part of you. And then you become that version to achieve those results. That's really what it comes down to. But in order to get there, there are some things that you need to get really clear. And today I want to talk to you about how you can get reconnected to your vision so you can show up more consistently in your life. Before I get started on that, let's just talk about my podcast, The Consistency Queen. Gee, I am so, so grateful to you who has supported my podcast. It is now in the top 1.5% of all podcasts. There's over 3 million, according to the listen score. So I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me. Now, if you want to support me even more and take that one step further, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Consistency Queen. You can also hop on to Apple and Spotify and leave me a 5-star review. And that will definitely help me, because not only will that continue to show up high in all of the ranks, etc., but it'll start giving us the opportunity to attract some really big, powerful names that I am planning on interviewing. So then that way you get access, knowledge, and information to further expand your business and your life on a consistent basis. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about 3 ways that you can get reconnected to your journey and your vision so you can show up more consistently. Now, let me tell you, before I get started, it is very, very normal for you to get despondent, unmotivated. You feel like tired and it's not working out. So I just want to hold space for you to say that if you're feeling this way at the moment, you are human. Congratulations. Okay. A lot of people feel they give themselves a hard time because they feel a little unmotivated, or they're feeling tired. I mean, this is very, very normal. The key thing is that you need to recognize why you're feeling that way and why you're feeling tired, and understanding how you can then reverse those feelings, reverse those thoughts. That is a separate episode. Today, I want to tell you about 3 ways that you can get reconnected, because simply by doing these 3 steps, you can then get connected to your vision again to give you every chance to show up consistently. Now, let me tell you, consistency is the unspoken power of achieving results. When you embrace the whole notion about consistency and why it's so important, all things are possible. You see, the results of anything that you do are not done by hit and miss efforts, one and done efforts. They're done by efforts that you have done over time every single day, such that they become part of you. How is this possible? Because your subconscious starts accepting this behavior that is part of your makeup, and it starts understanding that this is now you, and it won't fight you as much to be able to do whatever it is that you need to do. But more importantly, it almost supports you in a way, because it knows that you are doing this all the time. So it puts you into situations where I keep reminding you to do these things. You are that powerful to drive the outcomes of your journey simply by staying in the game. Seriously. Staying in the game with intention and energy. Super important to understand that. So what's the first way for you to get reconnected? And that's really is getting really crystal clear on what it is that you want to achieve in this lifetime. Now, what you wanted to achieve maybe 3 or 5 years ago may not necessarily be the same. It may, but it may not either. And that's okay. Know that as you grow and expand, your vision and what you want to achieve will grow and expand as well, or it may change, because some things that you thought that you wanted 3 years ago, 5 years ago is not actually what you want now. So be okay with that. The key to knowing what it is that you want is here in your heart. Like, what is it telling you? Where is your happy place? I know what my happy place is, and I can tell you it's the ocean. I love being near the ocean. It just centers me. It is my happy place. And then, coupled with that is trees, birds, being out in nature. These are all things that make me happy. So I always strive for happy. And I encourage you to go there as well, because you can keep looking at other band-aid things or things that you think might give you happy. But if you keep ignoring happy, you'll never be happy. But when you tap into your happy, what genuinely gives you that smile, that fulfillment, that peace in your body and in your mind, you know that you've achieved a happy state. And this is what you should all be striving for, not what other people want. What do you really want to achieve? This is your vision. See it in your mind. And what I do is I put a vision board up. I do a vision board and I stand in front of it every single day. I get connected with my vision board every single day. I also visualize every single day. And so understanding your vision and getting reconnected with your vision is absolutely imperative. It's important for you to be able to not only to build consistency, but just to get started again, or to get started at all. So get really clear on what it is that you want to do, and that's going to set the foundation, the GPS, the roadmap for what it is that you need to do and what you want to achieve. Number 2 is, once you identify that, you start to get an understanding of who you need to become, meaning what are some of the things that you are doing right now that maybe is not in congruency with what you want to achieve, or, the life that you want to live. So for me, one of the things that I cut out in my life was sugar, and I don't miss sugar. Yes, I might have a piece of cake every now and again, or some ice cream, but I don't crave it. I don't want it. Yet once upon a time, I was having 2 teaspoons of sugar every single day with my coffee. And then I'd have a glass of Coke. And yeah, I was a very different person. Now, am I going to say that it is easy to remove some of these habits that are not in alignment? Nope, it is not, which is why you need to break it down into behaviors that step you into the right version. And of course, a coach, a mentor can help you with that. I coach this, I teach this, and I can help you with that, because some habits that you've had for a very long time, are not easy to break. Coupled with that, what are some of the habits that you have to embody? And I encourage you to just do one at a time, because, your mind, your body is going to fight you on this because you're moving differently. And this is very normal. But if you do show up step by step, bit by bit, every single day, eventually over time, it starts that habit, that behavior, that activity, that action that you are starting to take, that, you want to develop into habit, becomes a part of you. And that's when you know that it's a habit, when you do it unconsciously. So the key thing is that you break it down into steps to lead into that behavior. And there you go. And again, a coach, a mentor can definitely help you with this. There is science behind it. And, studies show that in order for you to embody a habit, I mean, once upon a time, they were saying 21 days. And honestly, that is not the case. There are some habits that generally take like years. But on average, it's between 65 to 365 days for you to embody an activity, and it becomes a habit. So it's really important that you understand that and you get committed to the process of evolution and growth. And then the last thing that you need to do to get reconnected, or to get started at all, to work towards your goal and get connected to your vision, is to really understanding what it is that you need to be doing every single day to work towards that goal, to work towards that outcome. Now, here's the thing. Most goals, most outcomes are usually 3 to 5 things that you need to be doing, sometimes even 1. But when people are not achieving their results, or don't achieve it in the time that they want, rather than them getting really good at these 3 to 5 things and developing mastery, what they do is they stack on. They'll put on another thing and another thing and another thing and another thing and another thing. And this would actually set you back, because you're doing the things that you shouldn't be doing. And once you get crystal clear on the things that you should be doing, you need to make a commitment and understand that it is these things and only these things that you need to develop mastery. Now, in any journey, there is going to be the start where you may or may not have some breakthroughs straight away, depending on from where you've started. You may or may not achieve some breakthroughs straight away, but there will be pockets of your journey that may appear like you're stagnant. But really you're not. Okay, what's happening is that your efforts are stacking up and the results are just catching up, and they will catch up. You'll have this massive breakthrough, but it's going to require you to keep showing up, and eventually you will hit this invisible line. It's like a threshold where you just literally accelerate from then on in, and you'll just literally just fast track yourself to the result, and the outcome comes. But because there's this period of time right before you hit this threshold that it seems like you aren't getting anywhere, it seems like you're just stagnant and you've just stopped and you've plateaued, the mistake people do is they either quit at this time, or they stack on other things that are absolutely not necessary to generate the result. And so what they're really doing is starting from day one, because they've added something new that was not part of the original system. When you are setting a goal or a result and you've taken on a blueprint of someone, know that blueprint is meant to be worked in that way, with that exact blueprint over time. And you just need to keep going, which is why that blueprint has worked for so many people, and it can work for you too. But you've got to be patient, and you also have to be committed to everything that you experience along the way, because that's what you need to help you to achieve the results. You need to experience that stagnant feeling, because that's the learning that you need to learn right there, like patience and commitment and dedication. When it seems crazy to, rather than looking for something external, go internal. What's that lesson teaching you right now? And when you understand that this is the information that you need to help you to become that version, you will just remain laser focused and keep going. But if you're someone that has the tendency to start something, achieve some breakthroughs, get addicted to the outcome, and then start stacking on external things because you're not getting further results quickly and on your time frame, you'll never get there, because all the things that you are adding on simply change the ability for the original blueprint and system to work on itself by itself. So for you to get reconnected, these 3 steps are really simple and easy to implement. So let me just recap for you. Is number 1, get really clear on what it is that you want to achieve in this lifetime. Number 2 is understanding the version that you need to become. So that way you can start removing some of those not so good habits and also start implementing or working towards the habits that you need to have in place. And then number 3, getting clear on the activities that you need to be doing, recognizing that typically for any goal, it's usually around 3 to 5 things on a consistent daily basis. And when there are times where you feel like you're stagnant or not moving anywhere, you're actually growing. It's the internal growth that you don't see. A lot of people just default to the external growth and measure their success on the external results. Rather, those people that have done this for some time, like myself, we recognize that these periods are all internal. The growth is happening within. There's this metamorphosis that's happening. And rather than looking at adding something else, you double down on your focus and get even better on the things that you've been doing every single day. And this is the key to mastery and achieving all things. Now, if you like more content like this, and you found some benefit and some breakthroughs out of here, hey, feel free to comment in the comments. What was it that stuck out for you? And of course, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave me a review, because the more subscribers that we have, the more opportunities that we have to attract some high-performing, big people to expand your knowledge as well, that we can give you access to. As well as that, you can hop onto Apple and Spotify and leave me a 5-star review. That also helps us a lot to attract huge names, and then that way we can allow you and give you access to more information, so that way you can fast track towards your goals. Now, if you like what you see and you're thinking, hey, I could possibly work with Elsa, feel free to hop onto hangwiththequeen.com and start that process where we can start working together. We'll map out what it is that you want to achieve in the next 3 to 5 years and get clear on that. And then we can look at which of my programs would be a best fit for you, whether it's my group program or my one-on-one. Know that I'm a proven coach with real results, and also have helped thousands and thousands of women achieve breakthroughs and results, and best results ever as well. Of course, you can hop onto my free Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/the Legacy Academy. Now, I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Make sure that you subscribe, and I hope you have an incredible, consistently happy day. Take care.
The Consistency Queen, brought to you by the Queenie Effect and the Tech. Please visit elsamorgan.com.